Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin pumping up over 3,300 on the day, back above 63,300. Make some noise for that. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis. We'll also be discussing US Bitcoin miners hodl in expectation of Bitcoin price rises. We'll also be discussing BlackRock surpasses 10.6 trillion record, assets under management boosted by the ETF inflows, and also, quoting Stacy Herbert, the CEO of the largest asset manager in the world, says Bitcoin is a legitimate financial instrument. Preach. And also, Michael Dell knows what's up. He reshared Larry Fink's recent interview we'll be discussing. We'll also be discussing Ethereum topping 3.3 thousand as analysts tip ETF approvals this week. Any day now. Also, Price of Tomorrow author says Bitcoin is the only free market force, predicts prices will fall against BTC. We'll also be discussing Trump reportedly in good spirits and will still attend Nashville's Bitcoin conference, the biggest Bitcoin conference there is. And quoting Max Keiser, my understanding is that Trump, when he wins, is announcing a plan to do a Saylor for the US Treasury at the Bitcoin conference. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin soaring to $1 million per coin. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Now, welcome, crypto fan. What it do? Sucks. For whatever reason, I couldn't stream today on X. I tried for maybe 15 minutes, so not going to happen today. Hopefully, I'll have it sorted by tomorrow. I didn't want to keep anyone waiting any extra longer than you have to, but tis what it is. Welcome, everyone. At least Bitcoin's pumping. We could all celebrate that. This is live and in the flesh right now. We're live on 2 platforms. It includes Rumble and YouTube. No X today. But let me know if the stream is clear and loud over here on the Tube family. I appreciate it. Shout out to everyone out there in the chat. This is live and interactive. I'm going to be live at least for the next hour or so. So if you guys can repost this, it's greatly appreciated. Clearly, you have to share the YouTube link, which is the platform we're on right now. Shout out Universe Marvel, what it do? Shout out Eric Castro. Shout out JC Ice baby. What's poppin'? What's good? So yeah, we do have a live poll up right now as well. Will Trump adopt Bitcoin if he wins the presidency for the United States of America? Let me know your thoughts on that. 60 G's, baby. Before you know it, we'll be back above 70 G's. Shout out Eric Castro, theme music. Take it away.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JD.
Shout out to the entire Bitcoin fam. Yes, we're pumping and in the green. And yes, I'm streaming early today, 2 a.m. stream. So let's knock it out and let's get into the news. A lot to share with you guys. Shout out Drain Guy, Kerry Watts, what it do, Little Germ, and the rest of the fam. Let's dive right in without further ado. If you're new to the channel, very important to smash those likes, subscribe, then hit the bell icon and make sure you turn on all notifications. That way you get notified each and every day when I go live. Today is pod episode number 1701. I'm your host, JV. It's July 15th, 2024. A beautiful day in the markets as we have been on a tear. It's a beautiful thing. So let's dive right into our market watch as we do each and every day. You should be able to see Coin 360 on your screen here. Bitcoin pumping above 63.3. We're up over 5% on the day. Ethereum making a big move as well, about to tap $3,400, up 6.2% for the day. We also have rumors of the spot Ether ETF going live within the next few days, so more than likely going to continue to pump. So everything is pumping in the green, which we love to see. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, we currently have 72 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. The current crypto market cap stands at $2.32 trillion. And we'll check out the Bitcoin market cap, $1.2 1.25 trillion. It's clearly on the climb big time here. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours, we got Floki, Jasmy, Pepe, and Mog. Which alts, if any, are you bullish on for this bull? Holla at your freaking boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, and you can see on the daily, virtually every single thing crushing it right now, including the alts on a tear. And let's actually zoom out on the monthly, get a broader perspective, and probably about 80-20 in the red. Still many of the alts wrecked overall for the past 30 days. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're currently rated at 52, neutral. Yesterday at 33, last week at 28, and last month at 74 in greed. So there you have it, crypto fam. Welcome everyone just joining us. What's good, Ismail? Chris Klein, JV the Nippinator, smash them likes, folks. Bitcoin to the moon. Back Bletch, what up? Yes, 1,701 episodes. You are a beast. Thank you, Little Germ. Appreciate you guys. Post it over on X, copy the link and repost, like and subscribe to the stream, and watch on the Rumble after the stream is over. Let's go. Thank you, JC. I'm hoping to have whatever technical issue which was preventing me from streaming on X today resolved by tomorrow. Who knows, it could take hours to figure out. So I didn't want to miss today's show trying to figure it out. So I figured we just go live and in the flesh right now. We're live on Rumble and on the Tube. So what I'll do after the show, I'll post the full episode over on X later in the evening or sometime later today, so to make up for it. My apologies. It's insane to see NVIDIA had half the market cap of cryptocurrencies. That is crazy, yo. Is NVIDIA market cap still above 3 trillion? And guess what? Your boy had some coffee this morning, but it wasn't right before I went live. It was like early, 9 a.m. I went to the bank. I had to like do something at the bank, and they remodeled, and they had a barista there from a local coffee shop, and they had like the espresso machine. I'm like, I'll take one of those. Latte almond milk, please. So I'm still feeling pretty good from that. But then again, that was 9 a.m. I want price discovery in July. Right on. Don't know, pump it up. Well, if you don't know, now you know, broski.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, we're pumping it up. 60 G's, baby.
Bitcoin, 60 G's, 60 G's.
Buying opportunity for fifth level 60 G's.
Whoop, whoop. And shout out to Chandy. Her channel just smashed 80,000 subscribers in practically a month. And her first song, Bitcoin Help Me, or recent song she did 13 days ago, smashed 100,000 views. So make sure to subscribe to the #1 Bitcoin music channel. It's Chandy 10 Music, and show your support. We appreciate it.
What do you think, JV? By the biddy, who cares about a roaring kitty? A boring kitty, not me. I'm for the bitty. I'm for the Nippinator. I'm for Nipsey.
And I appreciate the tweet, JC. I just reposted it. She wrote technical difficulties with X today. Come on over to the Tube and watch and interact with the #1 crypto news pod on the net. See you there. So we got the word out. And you saw Michael Dell reposted, billionaire Michael Dell from Dell Computers, 14th wealthiest person in the world, something like that. He just shared Larry Fink's interview on CNBC on X today. We'll be discussing that here in a little bit as well. That's pretty lit, yo.
Not for the weirdo, Kit Kat, kitty cat. The kitty cat with a stack in the sats. Stack the sats. Ain't no thing, baby. It's a chance to stack those sats.
Chance to stack them biddies. But anyways, let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis. This is going to be lit because we're pumping as we're doing our TA today, and we'll pull up some of the live charts. A lot of bullishness in the markets right now, fam. So yeah, Bitcoin is on a tear, about to reclaim 64,000. The price of Bitcoin reclaimed 62 this morning when I woke up. Actually, it was rough, closer to 63. And Bitcoin rallied over 5% in the past 24 hours, bouncing off 2-month lows of 53.5 on July 4th, and is currently changing hands at now close to 64 because we're on a tear. I mean, look at them green candles on the charts here. It's pretty lit. So yeah, Ben Simpson, founder of crypto education platform Collective Shift, shared that he believes Bitcoin's local bottom has now been formed, which would have been 63.5. 53.5, which we tapped a few days ago. Simpson said the price of Bitcoin has been hammered by a deluge of forced selling. much of which stem from nearly $3 billion in sales from the German government and negative sentiment towards some $8.5 billion in Mt. Gox creditor repayments. July 12th, when Bitcoin wavered around 59,000, the crypto greed and fear index fell to its lowest level in 18 months in extreme fear. Something Simpson said was at the odds with a more fundamental-based approach to the broader market environment. Quoting him here, "Generally, I just felt there was a very big mismatch between sentiment and fundamentals. Moving forward, Simpson looked to several key catalysts as being bullish for the Bitcoin price in the coming weeks and months." Quoting him here, "Jerome Powell is hinting towards potentially lowering rates at some point soon. We've also got the S&P 500 ripping to new highs amongst all of this, as well as strong Bitcoin ETF inflows flowing back in. And just over 360 million in leveraged short positions on Bitcoin were liquidated as it broke through the 62 level. And that was the line in the sand in which we covered in yesterday's pod. And lo and behold, moon time, family. Now, eToro market analyst Josh Gilbert shared that the worst of Bitcoin's price may be in the rearview mirror, citing U.S. presidential candidate Trump's increased odds of clinching victory in the upcoming election as a key driver of the positive price action in the coming months. They tried to take out Trump, but guess what happened? Now the Bitcoin pump it up. We have seen weakness in the last few months, but I think as the worst is likely behind us, any short-term weakness is likely to be bought with this in mind, alongside the tailwind of an ETH ETF and, of course, a more crypto U.S. party potentially being elected, yo. Can we trump it up?
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up.
Exactly. He also said the attack on former President Trump this week positively impacted his re-election odds, and I agree, with the former president's pro-crypto stance lifting Bitcoin and crypto assets in the process. Now, Gustavo, director of Australian crypto exchange CoinTree, shared that the narrative around the Mt. Gox creditors dumping their biddies on the market had already been processed and priced in as of last week. Bahahaha, take that, bears. Quoting him here. Inflation came out lower than expected, and expectations that the Fed will start cutting rates got a boost. The market is now expecting first rate cuts as soon as September. He also warned many potential upward swings in the price of Bitcoin could likely not occur overnight. Quoting him again. "I also think there's going to be a lot of push for the price to go much higher in the short run. I think we will see Bitcoin move around 55 to 65,000 at least until the Fed actually cuts the rates." Let me know if you agree or disagree with that. And now I actually want to check out some of the live charts, because the live charts are pretty freaking lit as we continue to pump. 63.5. Let's go. Here's the 1 hour chart you're looking at live and in the flesh, brought to you by TradingView via Coinbase. And if you guys can repost this stream on X, it's appreciated. I intended to stream on X today, but had technical difficulties. So today we're only streaming live on YouTube and Rumble, just FYI. But anyways, yeah, as you can see in the chart here, we're currently sitting at 63.5, and this is the 1 hour chart looking mega bullish. And let's even zoom out from here to the 4 hour, and we'll go work our way backwards. Again, live and in the flesh, big, massive green candles on the 4 hour chart. As you can see, there's bullish momentum continuing. I think we're likely to tap 64,000 potentially before the end of the live stream. Let's see if we can tap 65. You never know, family. As Forrest Gump once said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And checking out the 1 day chart right here. We're ripping like Scottie Pippen. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many stocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Little Kendrick quote. But yeah, Bitcoin's ripping on the 1 day chart like Kendrick Lamar stocks right now. We're about to get a fifth green candle. Let's freaking go. And zooming out even further on the 1 week. Bada boom, bada bing. We do have some bullish targets as well as a bullish flag on the 1 week chart. And we do have a massive target, a cup and handle sitting at 126 G's, baby. If you'd like to see $126,000 Bitcoin, holla at your boy. And let's do one more. We'll look at the 1 month, see what it's looking like right now. Whoa. So yeah, I mean, we had 7 green consecutive candles followed by a little red, little green, little red. And let's see how we perform for the rest of July, as there's only 2 weeks left in the month. And we'll go from there, family. But I'm going to check comments. Let me know where you feel the Bitcoin price will likely take us this month of July. Do you think we can recapture all-time highs? Price discovery mode, let me know. Holla at your boy. So yeah, let's check the comments. Trump VP, Youngkin from Virginia. BlackRock set up Trump. Now careful, Bitcoin fans. The CME Bitcoin futures gapped up over the weekend. Bitcoin has the nasty habit of filling the gap. So Bitcoin may test back down to 58,790. Appreciate the heads up on that. Yeah, oftentimes Bitcoin does fill the future gap, so you just never know. Larry Fink admitted he was wrong about Bitcoin. Yeah, we saw that. He says, I was wrong 2 years ago. Or he said 5 years ago, but I think it was more precisely. He was, of course, against Bitcoin 5 years ago. I think he was also against it 2 years ago. And then he had a change of heart. Remember that show, Change of Heart? Well, that's exactly what Larry Fink just got. What's the second best crypto? I thought you'd never ask, broski.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Bada boom, bada bing. But let's keep it moving because we got so much to share today. A lot in the news, a lot of good stuff as well, which I love. So yeah, let's discuss the latest with the Bitcoin miners. Headline here reads, U.S. Bitcoin miners HODL expectation of the Bitcoin price rising. That's right. Marathon Digital Holdings did not sell any of their biddies in June. The decision marks a growing trend amongst U.S.-based Bitcoin miners who are choosing to keep the Bitcoin they mine rather than sell it. So Marathon's chief financial officer said to better understand how the miners decide when to accumulate their Bitcoin and when to move them onto the market, quoting them here, is a very systematic process that we go through from an internal process standpoint. There are market dynamics that you have to consider in the short term. The Bitcoin price could fluctuate and your decision could be impacted as a result of that. And he explained why Bitcoin is different from other asset classes when it comes to these considerations, quoting him here, if we were an oil company producing oil, we would sell our oil from whatever we produce because that would be our primary source of revenue and cash flows. In this space, it's a little different. Bitcoin is a digital asset and it can stay on your balance sheet and doesn't require any cost to store. You don't need big barrels to store Bitcoin. Marathon holds 18,536 Bitcoin worth over $1 billion, up 48% from 2023's total of 12,538. Quoting them again, last year, the rate of return of this asset class was 150% over the last few years. When you look at the average rate of returns, it's been outclassing or outperforming other assets that are typically available for corporations to invest in. Preach. He also says, we obviously are a big believer in the Bitcoin price going up further from here. It's going up forever, Melda. We don't need to sell Bitcoin every month. Now, Marathon is not the only U.S. Bitcoin miner accumulating the biddy right now. Riot Platforms has not sold Bitcoin since January, while CleanSpark has only sold nominal amounts. And given that these firms mine hundreds of Bitcoin every month, the clear trend among the big U.S. mining firms is accumulation, accumulation, accumulation. Now, CleanSpark CEO shared that the strategy is born out of pragmatism, quoting him here. We are not ideological about HODL and Bitcoin, but rather we view it as a strategically important in the current environment. He said, we expect the price of Bitcoin to continue to be volatile, but as this cycle progresses and over the long-term basis, we do expect it to increase in value. We monitor the market in real time, which drives our decisions. And according to Bradford, market indicators a year ago prompted the company to begin accumulating, as he shares here. Last June, we felt the market was starting to gain momentum and began hodling most of what we mined. Since that time, we have grown our treasury to over 6,500 BTC. Now, besides hodling, U.S. miners also engaged in a mining arms race, rapidly upping capacity. As shared, ClearSpark is expected to achieve and surpass 50 exahashes per second in 2025 as we continue to execute our aggressive growth strategy. Marathon currently mines at a hash rate of 31.5 exahashes per second. In his most recent mining update said the company is on track to reach 50 exahashes per second by the year's end. And while mining is one of the miners can accumulate Bitcoin, Marathon is not adverse to accumulating Bitcoin in other ways by any means necessary. Instance, in January, the company purchased 183 Bitcoin. They explain why the miners may choose to purchase Bitcoin as well as mine it, quoting them here. I joined the company in June of last year, and when you look at the Bitcoin price at the point in time versus today, wish I could have invested a lot more money from my personal investment standpoint if I could go back in time. Where's the DeLorean at? Marty McFly, where are you at? Khan also points to institutional investors entering this space, quoting him here. There's BlackRock, there's Fidelity, there's a lot of the big names out who are coming to the space, investing heavily. If you do the math, obviously, that shows that the price is likely to go up. 100%, I think we're likely to continue to climb. What are your thoughts with that, family? Miners, in my opinion, are the smart money, hence why they're positioned to continue accumulating accumulating. And especially at a time like this, post-halving, where we're typically going to be shooting up parabolic as far as price action is concerned over the course of the next 18 months, roughly. So keep that in mind as well. They said that, hey, y'all, how's it going? I should be relaxing, meditation music, but I guess maybe they canceled it. They said it was another little channel I had where I lip sync Senate hearings. Good Lord. But anyways, brother, glad you're here. FJB tried eliminating his political rival. Sure did. Greg, most miners are kicking arse. Riot up. That's right. Riot up 20%. They're all killing it right now. Time for the underdog to get the upper hand. Amen. Let's get it. Let's get it. Welcome, everybody. But yeah, let's continue. Got a lot to run through. Then I got to pick up my little one. So that's why we're streaming early today. Tomorrow, we'll be back at the normal time, 4 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be back on X. Today, we couldn't get the stream going on X, technical issues, but we're about to smash 64,000, so make some motherfucking noise for that. But yeah, next story of the day. Here's the latest with BlackRock, world's largest asset manager. BlackRock surpasses 10.6 trillion record assets under management, boosted by the ETF inflows. Not only that, now Larry Fink was just on CNBC here this morning, breaking. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, I was wrong. Bitcoin is a legitimate financial instrument. Wow, go figure. So Stacey Herbert, quoting her, the CEO of the largest asset manager in the world says Bitcoin is a legitimate financial instrument. Indeed, Larry. And El Salvador has the first mover advantage, building the new capital markets on this financial instrument. Get ready for Bitcoin banks and more. Bring it. Now, even Michael Dell, the billionaire investor, considered the 14th wealthiest person on the planet, said fascinating hashtag Bitcoin, sharing the Larry Fink interview with Jim Cramer of Mad Money. Very fascinating. Do you think Michael Dell already has his stash of the biddy? Do you think that could potentially be Mr. 100? Let me know your thoughts on that. And we're going to continue talking about the inflows here. So yeah, BlackRock has reached a record of 10.6 trillion worth of assets under management, securing 1.2 trillion year-over-year growth. They're the largest asset manager in the world, surpassing 10 trillion was partly attributed to the growing inflows into the ETFs. According to Larry Fink, CEO in BlackRock, the firm's ETFs received record inflows at the beginning of the year. Fink wrote the following for their quarterly earnings report. Organic growth was driven by private markets, retail, active, fixed income, and surging flows into our ETFs, which had their best start of the year on record. BlackRock is the issuer of, obviously, the iShares Bitcoin Trust, which holds 19.4 billion worth of Bitcoin and has a leading 35% market share amongst all U.S. Bitcoin ETFs, according to Dune Analytics. Dune, to their substantial purchasing power, they say. The buying and selling behaviors of asset management giants and ETF issuers, such as BlackRock, can significantly influence the biddy's price. Investors bought 83 billion worth of BlackRock ETF shares during the second quarter of the year, pushing this year's total to over 150 billion year to date. The asset manager recorded an 8% revenue increase year over year and an 11% increase in operating income. Fink attributes part of the BlackRock growth to its long-standing relationship with corporates and governments. Quoting him here, these relationships differentiate BlackRock as a capital partner in private markets, driving unique deal flow for clients. We have strong sourcing capabilities, and we're transforming our private market platform to bring even more benefits of scale and technology to our clients. Meanwhile, the spot Bitcoin ETF inflows have turned positive after 3 consecutive weeks of outflows, helping the Bitcoin price recover, now close to 64 G's, baby. The U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF recorded their second consecutive week of net positive inflows, totaling 414 million, according to Dune. BlackRock saw the largest inflow amongst the ETF issuers on July 12th, amassing 120 million worth of investments, according to Farside investment data. And last week, Bitcoin experienced its 5th largest weekly inflow on record, amounting to 1.35 billion, while short Bitcoin-related investment products experienced their largest weekly outflow since April 2024, totaling $8.6 million. So there you go. Crypto bros, even Michael Dell knows what's up. So you already know. What do you call those who hoard the fiat currency? We call them poor. We call them poor. Shout out Digital Dankness, what it do? Shout out Satwise the Great. We got a lot of legends in the building. We are breaking a record today. Amen, Serge. And that interview you sent me with Max, so lit, where he says, Larry, go get my Shine Box. Michael Saylor and Larry Fink work for me. They're my employees. hilarious. We're going to actually cover that later in the show when we do a little Max Keiser ranting. Greg, the Bitcoin short contracts are pulling out, down 3 billion since yesterday. Bitcoin liquidation heat map 30 days, 6,070,700. Let's go. Post it again on X, keeping the peeps over there in the loop. Thank you. I'll repost that. Let me check my X account. Thank you, family. I intended to stream on X as we do every day, but I had technical issues and I didn't want to hold up the show, so I just made an executive decision to go live. And we didn't include X. So come and watch the stream. Appreciate that, JC. Just reposted it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, it's not the same without X because our biggest audience now is X. X took the spot of what YouTube used to be because usually our YouTube streams would have thousands of live viewers on it. And since the BS termination, it's a struggle to get 100 people on the stream now for whatever reason. So now X has thousands of people on the live. So today there's no stream on X. So it's a little different today, but it's all good. I'm going to keep it moving. I appreciate everyone's support. Shout out to the Rumble fam as well. Dub Proof, get my shine box, Larry. You're going to crack up. Bitcoin, all exchange reserves continue to hover at the all-time low. Supply shock starting to express itself within the higher price. Nipinator, straight chilling like a villain. Amen. So yeah, let's continue. We still got a lot to share with you, and then we'll dive into our live Q&A when we're all done with the news. Let's discuss the Ethereum ETF, which is supposed to get the green light here any day. And this is probably why Ether is pumping so much right now. The price of Ether top 3,300 amid anticipation that spot ETS for Ether could launch as soon as the end of the week. Bring it. Ether is currently trading close to 3,400. We may have even already broke it, according to TradingView. Nate Gerasi, ETF analyst and president of the ETF store, took to X with his forecast that the roster of the A-Spot Bitcoin or Ether ETFs would be launched by the end of the week. Quoting him here, "Welcome to the Spot Ether ETF approval week. Don't know anything specific, just came up with it." At least he's honest. Now, in line with Gerasi, an anonymous source close to the proceedings shared on July 12th that the Spot Ether funds were expected to launch by the end of this week. Several issuers, including Van Eck, 21 shares, filed amended registrations last week in hopes of receiving the SEC's final sign-off to begin listing Spot Ether ETFs. Many analysts tipped the launch of the ETFs as a major catalyst for the price of Ether in the coming months. We have Tom Dulevy, managing partner at crypto investment firm MV Global, shared he expects the funds to attract up to $10 billion in new inflows in the months following their launch, something that will see Ether prices surge to new all-time highs by the end of the year. How high do you think Ether price will climb, family? Let me know. He said, contrary to popular opinion amongst other ETF analysts, that Ether ETFs would be an easier sell to Wall Street compared to the Bitcoin ETFs. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Quoting him here, "We believe there will be strong buy pressure with a much more clear narrative that traditional investors can understand. ETH has cash flows. It can be described as a tech stock, the app store of the crypto, or an internet bond," he shared. "This is a much easier sell for the financial advisor than digital gold." He added that ETH price action, which has lagged relative to the Biddy for the last 18 months, would rebound quickly following the launch of the funds. So there you go. Yo, let me know if you feel we'll get that green light sometime this week. Are you bullish on that? And what do you think that will take the Ethereum and greater crypto market as a result? I think overall it's bullish, but let me know your thoughts. Guys, smash the like, subscribe. Free 99. ETH just under 3,400. Word. Wouldn't it be nice, all those people on X that can come here and smash the like? That'd be a beautiful thing. But I think the X crowd just loves X so much they don't like to leave. That's the thing with social media. If someone is on Rumble, or if they're on YouTube, or if they're on X, they love that platform and they don't want to leave it. That's why we stream on every platform. Give the people what they want. Keep your ETH no longer a fan since they switched to proof of stake, not to be confused with piece of what? Back in September of 2022. Real talk, Greg. RFK reported to be in Milwaukee for RNC VP. Maybe. We know RFK Jr. is also going to be speaking at the Bitcoin conference in Tennessee alongside Trump. Actually, I think that's the next story of the day. JV, there's no need to talk about the third best. Einstein said, Ether does not exist. That's a good one. Shout out to Einstein then. Fake Fur, what up, Maine? Watching from Cornwall, England. Shout out to the fairground. What it do? What it do? Chillin', chillin'.
Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-doo. I've got another halving for you.
But anyways, right into our next story. Let's get right into it, eh? So yeah, Which story should we do? I actually got 2 more stories, and then we have that prediction. I may have put one bonus story in here, actually. Did I? I think I did the Trump one. Oh, I'll let you guys decide because I have 2 stories and I only want to cover one. Do you want to do price of tomorrow? Author says Bitcoin is the only free market force, predicts the prices will fall against Bitcoin, who was recently interviewed on Natalie Brunell's podcast? Or do you want to discuss Trump in Nashville? I have a feeling you guys are all going to say Trump, but let me know. I want to confirm. Yeah, actually, we'll do the Trump story next. I'll just do this one really quick. Yeah, why not? I'm sorry. Might as well. We're good on time. So here you can see price of tomorrow. Author says Bitcoin is the only free market force, predicts the Bitcoin price will fall against, other prices will fall against Bitcoin, for example, the dollar, etc. We're talking about Jeff Booth. He says why deflation is the key to an abundant future. He believes Bitcoin is the only force that follows the natural state of the free market. He was just interviewed by Natalie Brunell. Shout out to her pod, Coin Stories. Booth says we should live in a deflationary world where technology strengthens a currency's purchasing power by driving down the value of goods and services. And according to Booth, Bitcoin is the game changer as it is the only currency in existence that can bring forth a system underpinned by abundance. Quoting him here, I see Bitcoin very differently than most people do. The natural state of the free market is deflation, and technology would make the deflation happen at a way faster rate, at an exponential rate. And that deflation shouldn't be feared because what it actually is productivity flowing to us that we can live abundant lives and do what we want. Anything that stops that is not an economic system. It is not a political system. It's a control system that gains its strength from stealing from you. Once you understand that that is true, then as a derivative, everything else from the existing system is stealing from you. Very powerful words. Booth predicts that all fiat currencies will fall against the biddy forever. Melda, as it is the only currency designed to eradicate inflation, as he shares here. So Bitcoin stands as the only thing I have found that can protect you from that. It is not a coin. It's a protocol bounded by energy. It's an open, decentralized, secure protocol bounded by energy. It doesn't care if you want to price it through currency or pieces of paper that are being manipulated. It doesn't care. It's just going to keep on moving forward. So relative to the biddy, all prices are falling and will forever because it is the only free market force that is in existence, and everything tethered to the other system is not. It's a control system. Very powerful words. I highly encourage you to check out this episode of Coin Stories with Natalie Brunell and Jeff Booth. And let me know your thoughts with some of his insights and predictions, family. We'll check Q&A one more time. I'll read your comments out loud, and then we'll dive into our feature story of the day, discuss the latest with Trump, as well as Max Keiser's predictions regarding Trump adopting Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset for the United States of America if he wins the election. Jason, the SEC just listed Polygon as a security. We saw this coming a mile away. RIP Matic, you were the best stablecoin. Damn. SEC ain't playing no games. I knew it. Trump. We saved the best for last. We'll keep it at that. So we're going to read the Trump story and then the predictions from Max Keiser and also the epic interview that Max Keiser did talking about Larry Fink and Michael Saylor being his employees and telling Larry to go get his shine box. Goodfellas reference. I'm sure you know. Trump. Shout out Guido. RFK Jr. had a 2-hour meeting with Trump today. For real? Was that public or behind closed doors? You'll see the VP today around 4:30. What? Wait, are you thinking, JC, that he may be Trump's VP? That'd be a power duo as far as, leadership. That'd be pretty incredible. RFK Jr. with Trump. Wow. Just thinking out loud. That'd be wild. JV has another riddle for you. What does Trump's presidential win do to the Bitcoin price? Fantastic question. We already know it's going up forever. Melda. Shout out Bring Facts. Salam family. Trump forever. Bitcoin forever. Wu-Tang. Forever, kid. Jasmine Pumpity up. ICP forever. The Insane Clown Posse. There's only Wu-Tang forever. Just saying. 64 incoming, yo. Congrats to all the whole coiners. You're up almost $4,000 on the day. And if you own 2 coins, you're up 8 Gs. Imagine how much Michael Saylor's position is up today. Probably hundreds of millions, if I was to speculate. RFK and Trump, Interesting, right? True unity. That's what's up. Yeah, now that Biden tried to take out Trump, what if RFK and Trump got together? That'd be pretty lit. Trump RFK would be epic, stat-wise. Behind closed doors, JV, the theory is that he is asking him to be the VP. We shall see. So we're supposed to get an announcement today, because I think last week we were supposed to got the VP announcement from Trump, but we never got it. Powerful duel for the biddy. Shout out Surge. Trump went to get his ear. Persist. That's crazy. Still crazy fathoming all that. But anyways, family, let's dive into our feature story of the day. Trump reportedly in good spirits and will be attending Nashville Bitcoin conference. There's going to be 20,000 plus people in attendance. And clearly, this is a pretty big deal. And the failed assassination attempt did not stop Trump whatsoever. Now, I want to read you some tweets I find very interesting. Max Keiser tweeted this morning at 8:10 a.m., got 11,000 views. My understanding is that Trump, when he wins, is announcing a plan to do a Saylor for the US Treasury at the Bitcoin conference. Whoa, that'd be pretty lit, yo. We all know Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy, the first publicly traded company to put the Bitcoin on the balance sheet. Max says he actually coined the term global hash war and has been prophesizing about it for years and the game theory. And lo and behold, that's precisely what we're witnessing. It was 10 days before Trump's assassination attempt that he talked about adopting Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset for the United States and bringing Bitcoin mining in the States to dominate, right? Which would be an example of the global hash war playing out in real time. So kudos to Max Keiser. Now, here's a pretty epic interview. If you missed it, you got to check this out. And if you're not following the HODL House, what are you doing with your life? Make sure to follow, I said FODL, like HODL. Make sure to follow HODL House Studio over on X. So here's a video, and quoting Max verbatim, word for word. Once you get into Bitcoin pretty quickly, you start to realize it is unconfiscatable. It's inflation proof. It is mine. No one else can take it from me, and the purchasing power is going up forever. And he's continuing on there, and I quoted him with something I found powerful. Michael Saylor works for me. Larry Fink works for me. Those are my employees. When you turn on CNBC and Larry Fink's there talking about how great Bitcoin is. 2 years ago, he thought it was shit. Now he's like, oh, I believe it. You're like, thank you, Larry. I'm up another 10%. Thanks to you, Larry. You're doing a good job, Larry. Now go get your shine box, Larry. Great Goodfellas reference right there, and one of my favorite interviews of all time. If you haven't checked out this interview, be sure to check it out. I reposted it and all that good stuff, where he got 19,000 views, but kudos to Max. He's the man. True OG. He also wrote, and this was actually, I think, a couple of days ago. This was the 14th, yesterday. Max tweeted, as soon as Trump started to think seriously and started to understand Bitcoin, the divine presence and shield of Satoshi began protecting him from evil fiat money, bullets, and shit coins. Bitcoin saved Donald Trump and perhaps America too. Bitcoin is God. A very powerful quote, because if you watch the video footage of the assassination attempt, Trump had divine intervention. Split-second reaction, turns his head and avoids a bullet going through his brain and instead nicks his ear. So when Max says this, I feel exactly what he is saying. Trump wasn't destined to leave us, right? Maybe Satoshi began protecting him from the evil fiat money, bullets, and shit coins. What are your thoughts on that, family? Now, this is a throwback tweet I reposted today. I think this was back from 2023 in February on my birthday. So it was actually a special day for me. And anyways, the global hash wars are heating up, says Max. Countries won't ban Bitcoin. They'll mine Bitcoin. El Salvador was the first country to realize the strategic importance of having Bitcoin on the state's balance sheet. And already El Salvador is realizing huge gains as a result. Now, what other nation states are likely to follow? Will it be the United States of America with a Trump victory? Let me know your thoughts, family. Now, also, quoting Max again, Iran has already got 3% of the global hash rate. So I think Venezuela will get 3 to 5% pretty quickly. And then at some point, America will say, we've got to enter the 21st century space race of mining Bitcoin, and then they'll try to seek 20% of the hash rate, and then security goes up dramatically, and the price of Bitcoin goes to 400,000, 500,000 per coin. And it's ironic because this is a prediction he shared a while back. I actually shared this story June 12th, so more than a month ago. And lo and behold, like I said, less than 2 weeks ago, Donald Trump came out, and he didn't say that word for word, but he ultimately said he wants to bring mining back in America and do big things, and that's ultimately exactly what Max predicted. So kudos to the high priest, the one and only. One more quote from Max. You are not protected against government seizure, and the U.S. government plans to seize all the Bitcoin ETF in the interests of national security. Number one, government seizes the ETF for national security. Number two, before they send you your USD. Number three, price moves up $100,000. Number four, you pay tax on the gain from the payout, and with what's left, you buy Bitcoin at a price $100,000 higher. Number five, price crashes. And number six, you're now sitting on a net losing position from where you started. So there you go. Yo, now back to diving a little deeper into the Trump story regarding the event. Former President Trump still plans to speak at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville, Tennessee, despite having survived that assassination attempt July 13th in Pennsylvania. How many of you are going to be at that event, family? Let me know in the chat. And according to David Bailey, one of the event's organizers and CEO of the Bitcoin Mag, Bailey posted on X July 14th, stating he'd just spoken with the president's team, referring to Trump, and that the former president was in good spirits. He added that Trump was excited to see you all in Nashville and deliver a speech that is heard around the world. The former president committed to speaking at the conference earlier in the week prior to the assassination attempt. The event runs from the 25th to the 27th, with Trump slated to speak on the 27th. And I know Max and Stacy will be on that same stage before Trump. I know RFK Jr. is going to be there. I know Bill Miller is going to be there. I know Mikey Saylor is going to be there. It's going to be a pretty lit conference. So let me know, family, and what are your thoughts? Do you think Trump will realistically adopt Bitcoin for America and go that route as the global hash war continues if he wins the presidency? Holla at your boy. And I'll read these comments out loud. Welcome to the Q&A segment of the live show. Shout out to the Rumble fam, YouTube fam, and the X fam who couldn't make it here today because I couldn't make it on X. We appreciate you, family. Let's get it. Dat sick, what it do? 60% in the biddy, 40% in the clean spark. Right on, Greg. Appreciate you sharing your allocation there. Another Max rant, no surprise. You damn right. Max is the greatest to ever do it. And look at the Nippinator, living his best life out here, family. But anyways, feel free to ask me anything that you want, and let's kick it for a little bit. Satoshi quit his job some years ago to search for another disciple. The orange curl took its time, says Fake Fur. Let's freaking go. You feel me? Now, how many of you watch Chandy's Trump video that she put together on her channel, Chandy 10 Music? Let me know. It is amazing. I watched it several times. Everyone I shared it with loves it. So make sure to check it out. And be sure to share it if you got value out of it. It's very inspiring. Hard to watch without tears coming down your eyes. So that's the challenge. Tell me if you can watch that video she just put up over at Chandy 10 Music, the latest video for Trump. And tell me if you can watch that without tears coming down your eyes. For me, it was like midway point. So I'm curious. Let me know. He is announcing today, since they both have to be nominated at the same time as press and VP, announcing it at 4:30. Well, what a blessing. I went live early so JC and the rest of the fam can get the updates for us, and then we'll cover it in tomorrow's show. Tomorrow, we will be streaming at the normal time, 4 p.m. Today, I had to pick up my little one at around 4 o'clock, so I had to stream a little extra early. I wish I could be a fly in the Nashville, right? You should be able to watch the stream, though, because every year at the Bitcoin conference, they stream it on YouTube. So everyone should still be able to watch it if you can't attend. You know what I mean? Shout out LT, what it do, broski? Was wasting, what was your ayahs? What? I love Chandy's song. Thanks for the feedback, Robert. I believe that video is going to blow up. It should blow up. Let's send that to 1 million views, eh? She just smashed 80,000 subs as of yesterday, which is fantastic. It's about 5 minute. What are you referring to, Jay Bella? What's 5 minute? Let me know. Was. Word. I catch you early. True, we are early. Shandy, the new video is amazing, says Dirty. JV, you're an early bird today. Yeah, I'm picking up my daughter at 4, so I have to get on with the program. Bitcoin, Trump is going to save the world, says Baccarat. BlackRock is responsible. BlackRock's responsible for all the evil in the world. And glad to see you on the live. Thank you, LT. Right back at you, broski. Let's go. But anyways, I think we're going to end the YouTube stream early just so we can kick it Q&A uncensored style over on the Rumble. Again, we're not streaming today on X. We had technical issues, so I decided to go live only on YouTube and Rumble, and my goal is to get the technical issues solved by tomorrow's stream, and we should be back to our normal routine tomorrow, 4 p.m. on X, YouTube, and the Rumble. Max works for me. Thanks for the hard work, Max. Max only works for you, Daddy-O, if you front ran him. So if you got Bitcoin at under $1, that's a possibility. If not, you work for Max. Keep that in mind. The earlier you were in this deal we call Bitcoin, that means everyone who came after you works for you and is your employee. So, for example, I know at least for me, BlackRock and Larry Fink, definitely my employee as well. I got in this game 7 years ago. I think that'd go for the majority of us. Fortunately, BlackRock came late to the party. And Michael Saylor is also my employee. The more he pumps Bitcoin, the more wealthy we become. That's just life, baby. Shooter was at the BlackRock commercial. Probably was, Satwise. Probably was. Trump's the speaking, says Jay Bella. See you on the Wumble fam. All eyes on me. See Altcoin Daily video about the BlackRock. I know all about the BlackRock. All about it. But anyways, yeah, we're going to continue with the uncensored version of the pod. So we're going to end the poll. Let's see how we did. Poll ending. Here's the results, and then we'll switch it over to the Rumble. So yeah, I asked, will Trump adopt Bitcoin plan for the USA if he wins? And 74% of you believe yes. 16% of you believe no. I'm sorry, 9% of you say no, and 16% of you said maybe. That's just based on 220 votes. Appreciate the insights, family. So yeah, we're going to end the YouTube stream, and I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. at our regular time. And right now, head on over to the Rumble. It's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. If YouTube ends. So you just never know what to expect.